Most small businesses fail because of catastrophic success, not catastrophic failure. If you're wrapped in metal, you have zero probability of surviving. I retired from SOCOM in 2014 with 32 years. I'm a quitter. And so I worked for Admiral Bill McCraven for the last few years that I was in the military. I ran an operational planning team for him at SOCOM. And one of the tasks we had was to support the U.S. Geospatial Intelligence Foundation's GeoInt here in Tampa. Of course, nobody at SOCOM, nobody at CENTCOM wanted to cooperate with him. Admiral McCraven sent him to me and said, fix this. And so in the process of supporting them and getting GeoInt here in Tampa, which was awesome, we brought in operational commanders to talk about how they use geospatial products and change it, not nerds talking to nerds, but operators talking to, the engineers, so it was really a good experience for me. And the entire time, the folks at USGIF kept asking me, why doesn't SOF have a professional association, And I'm like, hell, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know what a 501c3 was. Every time I Googled it, I was more confused. And, we had something for SF, we had something for SEALs, but we didn't have anything that was joint. We just didn't have that. And so I was getting a lot of very good offers from private sector to come join it, and I just wanted to keep serving. So we created GSOF. We're 11 years old this year. In 2020, we were designated by the U.S. Department of Defense as a National Military Association. So we're on that short list with USAA or AUSA, Navy League, Air Force Marine Corps Association, all those folks. But what makes us different is we're international and we're joint, and nobody else is that way. So it's pretty cool that we're doing that. We're also the new kids on the block, which we have a great, we have great interaction with all the other professional associations. So we enjoy working together and with each other to help each other out. So not many people see that or know that behind the scenes. One of the cool things about being a National Military Association is you get to support SOCOM and SOLIC with their national convention. And so we met with General Clark and Master Chief Greg Smith and Mr. Jim Boycell, the DCOS at SOCOM. And we just said, we pitched them, and we had a lunch at the SOCOM headquarters. We said, we think you ought to change SOFIC to SOF Week. And we just made up SOF Week. You could have called it anything else. It sounded cool at the time. It was easy.
Sounds cool now.
Yeah. And so General Clark liked the idea. I mean, he understood, AUSA, he understood the whole national convention. Part of what you have to do as a SOF commander in a joint environment is you have to unite your tribes. Sounds real easy, but we all know that, you have all these type A meat-eating personalities that, are all rogue warriors at the heart of everything. And so, for the SOCOM commander to convene his entire enterprise as well as the international community in a single location, well, that's what it's all about and stuff. And so SOCOM decided to go with SOF Week. We won the solicitation. We ran our first event in 23. We ran our second event. This is our third event this year. I think we're on track to hit close to 23,000 people, attendees that actually come in and attend the show. We're over 800 exhibitors. And what I'm really proud of is I can give you the statistic now. Last year we had 711 exhibitors. Of the 711, 509 did not exhibit in 2023. So you're seeing new capability, new technology. You're not seeing the same old stuff. We have 327 corporate partners in Global SOF Foundation, and we encourage them not to bring the things they've already sold to the government. We're looking for new technology. We're looking for a lot of new things. So we've done pretty good this year. We got a lot of new things that we've added to the event, and we've basically completely reorganized from top to bottom.
Talk about the small business forum. So sitting actually behind us are a number of different breakout rooms, and they're kind of all coded the small business forum, small business rooms. There's been a big push, at the federal level and even at the state level. My security and operations company, FR6, focuses in the small business market and the service disabled set-aside market in New England, primarily in New York. But there's been a lot of push in governments in order to get small businesses involved. How come that's become a priority of the organization too?
Honestly, for SOCOM, Fran, it has been forever. You're required to have about 30% of small business, but SOCOM is well above the 40% level in everything they do. Look, if you've been around, I've been doing this 11 years now, and the innovation comes from small business, right? It's some person in their garage, they're coming up with the flux capacitor, whatever it is that's awesome and neat and new and inspiring. And that thing is just, at some point in time they have to scale. And that's when the bigger businesses come in and they either partner with them or buy them, or, so what you're seeing now is most of your mergers and acquisitions for small businesses is with private equity, because it's lucrative. And there's a lot going on in the national security world, the defense world. And so you're seeing that's a new player in the game, private equity. They come in with money, they can infuse the situation, whereas privately held, publicly traded companies can't do that. They don't have the same level of flexibility and stuff. And so the small business is really, really important, because that's where your innovation is. We in GSOF, I think we have about 220 small business partners in our organization. And you're seeing a big push right now by Senator Joni Ernst. She's now the chair of the Small Business Committee in the Senate, and she's got huge legislation going. Most people don't know that about 78% of all the SBIR money goes to publicly traded companies. That's not what Congress envisioned when they created the small business set aside. So, it's taken a left turn. Senator Ernst has got a phenomenal coalition, a bipartisan coalition to fix that. You're going to see it fixed and stuff. And it's good for big business. Like our big corporate partners are very much in favor of having the small businesses. They're very critical to their teaming and partnering on major contracts. They also buy them up, they do. It's why innovate when I can just buy you?
Yeah.
And that's not, that's business. That's good for everybody. That's not a bad thing. A lot of the smaller businesses they get awarded a contract and they can't scale. So they get bought up, or they partner with a larger company that can actually do the scaling. And so it helps. Most small businesses fail because of catastrophic success, not catastrophic failure. They win a contract and they can't produce the numbers and do the stuff. So it's a really good, it's a symbiotic thing, it's a love-hate relationship. But they're very, very important to SOCOM, and they're very, very important to GSOF. And if you want innovation to keep happening, you got to keep supporting small business. That's just a fact.